Hey, Dr. Patello here. Just wanted to do this quick video. We are going to be meeting here really soon. And before we do, what I wanted to do is I wanted to shoot this quick video and actually go over the paperwork that you're going to be filling out. We're going to be sending that to you. And I want you to make sure before you fill out this paperwork, you're in a nice quiet space. You know you're not going to be interrupted. It's not going to take you a long time to fill out this information, but this information is super important for me to understand. How is your diabetes affecting you? Like, what are you going through? So I just wanted to shoot this video so you know that this is a really important piece of the puzzle for me, so I can understand why these problems are happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the questions right here. I want you to fill out all of the questions, but some of the questions that I'm going to highlight for you right now, I want you to spend a little bit of extra time and give me as much detail as you can, because when I have that detail, like I mentioned, I'll be able to take a look at your labs and understand why these things are happening. You know, you went out for labs for us to figure out what are the issues that are causing your blood sugar issues. These questions you're filling out, and I'll say it again, helps me understand how it's affecting you. So let me bring up your application here. So let me do that. All right, so we're gonna have you fill out all of these questions over here, super straightforward, right? What I wanna do is I wanna highlight on this first one right here, which is, when were you first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes? Listen, all of you guys at some point in time got diagnosed. You went to your doctor's office, generally speaking, and you went to your doctor's office and they said, hey Mary, hey John, you're diagnosed as type 2 diabetic, right? You found out that day. So that's what I want you to put on there. But here's the thing, for some of you, maybe you didn't get the official diagnosis right then and there, but they had already told you prior to that that maybe you had blood sugar issues. Maybe they use this word pre-diabetic with you. Maybe at some point in time they use the word gestational diabetes with you. Whenever you felt like, or you had a suspicion or inclination that you had blood sugar issues, I also want you to put on there. So again, I want to find out the day that you found out that you were diabetic, but also let me know, hey, did you think prior to that you already had blood sugar issues, especially if they were using those words, either pre-diabetes or maybe even gestational diabetes, okay? Let's move on to the next page where I wanna make sure that you give me as much detail as you can. Let's look at this top question right here, which is, what is the highest your A1C has ever been and how long ago was that? Okay, let's make believe your A1C at some point in time was at a 10, and now it's at a 6. Okay, great. You know when it was a 10, mark that down. You're at a 6 right now. We know that from the first question on the first page. But what I want to know also here is, how did you get it down? You know, how did you go from a 10 to a 6, right? Was it because you were taking medication? Was it because you were exercising, dieting, you were doing some of these Band-Aid approaches? Was it because now you're on multiple medications? Maybe over here you're going to tell me that maybe you were doing some kind of program somewhere else, or you did something and that's how you got your blood sugars come down. Obviously you're still a diabetic, so obviously there's still the problem there. But give me some detail here. Now this might be the opposite for you. Maybe you used to be a 6 and now you're a 10. Either way, give me some detail here so I know what's going on. The next one right here, I kind of want to explain it to you. Listen, I don't think anyone knows you better than you know yourself right now. Now after I do the tests, I'm probably going to be the second person who knows the most about you. But what I want you to do is, we spent some time here together. I shared with you that too many times when we talk about diabetes, everything just gets blamed on your diet. Right? It's all about diet, it's all about exercise, and we now know, you know, those aren't just the reasons. There's actually way more reasons than just that, right? We actually know that there's underlying causes why people have diabetes. So what I want you to do is, I want you to spend some time, I want you to do a little bit of reflection here and say, hey, you know, hearing some of these things that I heard from Dr. Patello, you know what? I think maybe I have a thyroid issue, or maybe I have a liver issue, or maybe I think it's, maybe I have an autoimmune disease. Whatever your intuition is that you think potentially might be the problem, this is going to help me, you know, kind of surface certain things, bring to the surface, so to speak, maybe some things that I'm going to see in your lab. So this question is a really important question as well. You're going to see over here, again, I want you to fill all of these out, but check off any of the following symptoms that you might be experiencing. So make sure you get that checked off. Again, I want all of these questions filled out here before we meet. Let's focus in on the next one. List your main problems, your concerns, your symptoms, and what would you like help with? That's a super important question. Why? Because you're looking for help. You have a problem, it's diabetes, you have blood sugar issues, and I want to know, what are the problems? How are your symptoms? Maybe it's neuropathies, maybe it's blurry eyesight, maybe you've already been told that you have fatty liver disease. Whatever it is, make sure right now that you put that down here and then give me detail about why that's happening, right? Really spend some time on this question. Next one right here is, what are the top 3 things that this condition has caused you to miss? Another important question. All these questions are actually really important. But again, I want you to spend some time here. You know, when I meet people who say, hey, Dr. Patel, you know, I've got lots of neuropathies and my balance is thrown off. Okay, that would be something that you would share with me here. You might say, well, Dr. Patel, you know, I'm getting blurry eyesight and it's difficult for me driving at night. Whatever it might be, give me the details so we understand how your problem is actually affecting you. Okay, let's take a look at the next page over here. All right, list your health goals in order of importance. We talked about pillar number 1, constant pursuit of your goals, right? Really, really super important. That's why I made it the first one, right? But I want you to spend some time here and I want you to tell me what your health goals are. You know, maybe your health goal is you want to reverse your diabetes. Awesome, that's a great goal. That's a specific goal, it's a measurable goal. So I want you to give me goals that are specific and measurable. Maybe one of your goals is, hey, I want to lose weight. Okay, great. That could be a very specific and measurable goal. Let me know what weight, how much weight you want to lose. Maybe for you, it's like, I want to be able to sleep better. Great, how much are you sleeping right now? Maybe you're only sleeping 2 or 3 hours a night, but without having to wake up. Whatever your goals are, give them to me here, but make sure that they're specific and measurable goals, all right? Next over here, please make sure that you list off all of your prescriptions that you're currently taking, and anything that you're taking, please make sure that you put the dosages that are on there, how often you're taking it, and for how long you've been taking it, right? So make sure if you're not taking something, but it was prescribed for you and you should be taking it, I need you to put it on there and just let me know that you're not currently taking. But if it's prescribed for you, you're supposed to be taking it, make sure it's on there. If you're taking it, let me know the dosages, how often you're taking it, and of course, how long you've been taking it, all right? Rest is pretty straightforward from here. Just wanted to spend just a few minutes with you here. This application for care will not take too long for you, but again, make sure you give as much detail as you can. And again, I'll leave it like this. I'm going to have taken a look at all of your labs that you're having done before we ever meet, and I'm going to look at this information so we can put this all together. So we can put this all together and figure out what are the next appropriate steps moving forward. I wish you a really blessed day.